Hey, this is How to Build Your Own Home. We are at the Tranquil Storm Project, and I'm here with the owner. His name's Steve Jolly. He's actually building this. He is an owner-builder, and I'm just kind of consulting on it. And I want to ask him a couple of questions because this is quite an undertaking. Am I right?
It is.
This here is about a 20,000 square foot home in the southwest portion of Utah. And he's taken on a lot of different things on this home. We're going to have that's a sunken trampoline or
Trampoline and foam pit and slide will dump into it.
So we're going to have a sunken trampoline with a sunken foam pit. A lot of really neat, fun things to this. But what's interesting here is that Steve's taken on such a massive undertaking, the savings on this. What do you anticipate the total savings by doing this yourself, pretty much?
Well, I'm hoping between the doing it myself, I'm also doing our electrical. I have experience in that. And between the way I'm purchasing a few things, I'm hoping to save maybe 40% on my total build when I'm all done, because I'm doing a lot of the labor myself. Bought a tractor, doing a lot of the excavation, a few things like that. I don't know if it'll all equal that in the end.
Well, the build fee is right away, we figure between $250,000 and $300,000.
Yeah.
That you're saving.
Yep.
And so when he's talking about saving 40%, we're including that plus a lot of the material costs. Now, you actually flew to China, right? Tell us about that.
I did. So we purchased this property in 2024 at the beginning, and we thought, hey, we're going to build a house. So we went over to China to look at different things. We're getting our stone, our tile cabinets, windows, fixtures, sanitary, all of that from over there. And this was before Trump came into office the second time. And so we went over there and met
before all the tariffs and all that.
Before all the tariffs, picked it all out, got it all ready. And they started shipping it. We got our first container the week Trump got in office.
Okay.
We've received another one since, and we'll have 2 more coming.
Oh, wow. So that's what all those containers are in the back corner, everything loaded in there, your windows and everything. Yep. What do you think the savings is just for purchasing overseas like that?
Well, my original hope was about 50%. Okay. Now, in the past, we've said you're getting something from China or Temu or Alibaba, and it was junk.
Yeah.
And when I went over there, they actually said, do you want nice stuff or do you want cheap stuff? And I said, I want the nice stuff. And so everything they've showed me has actually been just as good or better quality than the stuff I get here locally. And so I've been pretty impressed with it. And it's been usually my nice stuff is kind of entry-level price here. After tariffs and delivery and all of that, I'm still hoping to save, 40% or so.
But it takes a little bit of research. Yeah, you have to know what you're doing.
Yes, it took a lot of work. It took me months to figure out who to go with, then to schedule it, get over there. They aren't quite as good at follow-up and being organized. I had to tell them multiple things multiple times. But in the end, I think, well, we'll see. It's not built yet. I don't know if it's worth it and how many mistakes I'm going to have to fix, but I know there'll be mistakes.
I always think about revenue models and business, helping people, and a whole nother channel on just saying how to save by buying overseas. Something like that. Because we are facing a bit of an inflation situation. If interest rates do go down, just watch what's going to happen with lumber and all that, just as a side note with regard to that. Now, being that you're an owner builder, a lot of subs I'm sending you because it's a consulting thing that we're doing together. But what have you learned so far in this process? Meaning, my first concern was, given the size of the home, you need larger numbers of crews to come on board. So what have you learned when you hire a sub that doesn't have a really big crew?
Well, you asked what did I learn very first? My very first thing I learned was have Keith's number on speed dial, because I had lots of questions as I'm going through. This is the first house, and so I thought, well, we'll try it on this. Yeah, my first guy, concrete guy, he was a smaller crew, typically him or 2 other guys here.
Right.
And it took a long time.
Long time.
So luckily, you had a relationship with him and could help spur him along and help him, prod him. So that was, I think, very helpful.
Yeah. So when you're with the framing here, do you know what the size of the crew is for framing? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, typically there's 5 guys here when they come. There is a few more they could. Our original framing crew, they didn't end up lining up with their time, so it's his brother and his crew that are here now. So they said their timeline actually lined up with a timeline you said, probably about 2 months, and that's kind of what they're telling me.
Okay.
Now, the other thing I've learned in construction is when they tell you Friday, that means next Friday.
Yeah, subcontractors have a really hard time of under promising and over delivering. They just don't know how to do that. They say it in the reverse.
Yes.
They want to keep you on the hook. Yeah, I'll be here next week, and it tends to be the week after that. So I've learned to just I fight that. It's something that happens, and one of the things I'm learning to do as I work with subcontractors, I says, I will sign your agreement, but I need a start date, a definitive start date, and I need an approximate number of days it will take to complete that, because I can't schedule in the dark. I don't know how long it's going to take. Like, I suspect with five guys, it would take at least 2 months to frame this home.
Yeah.
A month and a half to 2 months. If they were able to borrow another crew to bang it out, get a lot of the repetitive stuff, sheeting and nailing done, then it could speed it up quite a bit. But just something to keep in mind. And when the electrical, and you're doing this yourself, if you have dads and brothers helping you, it'll move quick. But if it's just yourself, it's going to take you 2 months to do it.
Yeah.
So
So my hope is I do have a grunt that I call him. You know, he comes and he helps me do a lot of things, and then I have 2 other friends that are going to come, and we might have to have a little family reunion here and
get some pizza here. And I got bribery here.
That's right.
It's a barbecue every Friday and all the way into Saturday. So we even camp out here if you want to.
Yeah.
So any other thoughts you'd give with people? It seems to me that you shouldn't be afraid of something big. You know, if you're an owner builder and you can really wrap your head around it, you can build a very big home.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I think one of the things I've learned, so as we started this concrete job being the first piece of this, I was left here probably twice a week, upset and kind of angry. Like, you didn't do what you said you were going to do. It's not there. You missed this inspection. This didn't happen the way I thought it was. And a little bit ago, thankfully, chatting with you a little bit, I need to enjoy this.
Yeah.
So I talked to my wife. My wife says, I want this done and hurry up. And we're in a great spot. We're in a great home. The kids are in a great situation. And it doesn't have to be there. And I thought, okay, I'm going to let my stress down a little bit, and I'm going to learn to enjoy this. If it's not done exactly where I want it, that's still okay. So I'm used to being in my other job.
Because that's how you run your business.
Yes.
You run your business your way, and then you're trying to carry that over as an owner builder, and it doesn't work that way, does it?
No, and that's exactly right. So in business, we have a couple hundred employees, and I say, do this, and it gets done. Where they're not my employees and they're subcontractors, they say, oh, luckily I have, a little bit of skin in the game, in the sense that you give them multiple jobs and they want to listen to you, versus an owner builder. They just say, well, I have another contractor. He called me. He wants me there. He gets.
So as far as they understood, they think they're working for me.
Yes.
Most of them do, but they don't. If they thought that they were working for an owner builder, it'd be different. But you created an LLC, right? And you carry yourself as if you were a builder, which is what I teach all my students all the time. Do not say you're an owner builder, just say you're a builder.
Yes.
And that changes the game quite a bit as well.
It does. And one thing as I've come into this, as people come in, I don't know a lot about these systems. So when I was here meeting with the concrete guys, I just said, what's this bar for? What's this? What's this? And they're all great to explain it. And I think it's been helpful for me not to come in arrogant, telling them everything. I ask for their advice. Hey, you're smart. This is you. What do you think we should do here? So here with our framers already, they came over and said, hey, this header and this header are different sizes. I think it would look good if they lined up. I said, yes, please line those up. Tell me everything, because we've already adjusted 4 windows that I think once we're getting going, they'll look better.
Okay. No, very good. Oh, so we're going to come back to this project several times. I just wanted to interview Steve here and gives you some feedback. The best thing that I can say is when you're going at this, if you're upset and stressed on this whole thing, it's going to not be fun. If you
Exactly.
can relax, and if you have a resource to call, someone else to talk to through that process, it's not going to be the headache it typically is for a lot of owner builders, because you go into it with expectations as to how people are supposed to behave while they're on your job. Well, this is their independent business, and this is your independent business, and that's called the ability to engage in contract. All right. That's the key. That's the secret to this whole thing as owner builders, is learning how to engage in contract, not hire and fire, but engage in contract. So knowing in advance the type of person they are, how small their crew is, how big their crew is, how detailed their specifications and inclusions, exclusions on their agreement. And if they don't have that, do you have a working relationship, or can you trust that working relationship? I've got framers on a job right now, and their bid is simply a text. That's it. This is how much it will be. But I know who they are, and they're phenomenal, and they do extra things for me, and they don't charge for that. But that took a long time to get established as one of his select builders that he builds from. Took me a long time, 3 years, to finally nail him. And so now he trusts me and I trust him. But that's something that owner builders don't have right away. So you have to build that just as much as a builder has to build that. So with Javier, if you have other concrete driveways, flat work, you now know how to react to him and how to deal with him. So this is again, we're here at the desert. What was it called? Tranquil Storm. I wanted to call it Desert Storm because that's the original name of the local college. They were called the Desert Storm, but they're not the Desert Storm anymore. This Tranquil Storm. Explain why you named it that.
Well, I was trying to come up with a name, and I was like, I feel like our home is often crazy. We got 5 kids running in and out, and everybody's going somewhere, and there's always 15 teenagers over visiting, and it's kind of a storm. But yet at night, I feel like we can calm down, sit by each other, relax, enjoy one another's company. And so I feel like it's kind of both.
Make a Tranquil Storm.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to name your project anything you want. It doesn't have to be your last name. You can name it anything you want. Again, this is Keith talking about Tranquil Storm out here. We'll take a lot more videos and posts of this project as this owner builder takes on a huge project.